I bought this little Dodge van. Decided that might make a better body for my Snowcat. And of course, because I think the way I do, I'm actually thinking about building a complete different Snowcat. Other than this rear window that's out, which I actually don't need, thing's pretty much complete. The engine in this thing is seized up, but I don't need that either. And one of the reasons that I thought about doing a complete different Snowcat is, yeah, I'm going to still put this one together. And I could put that body on this. Problem is, it's got a 14-foot wide stance. I could cut the tracks down enough to give it like a 12-foot stance. That's still a wide load to haul unless I take the tracks off every time. And I was thinking for the Snowcat that I'm going to camp in, it would be easier to have one that's pretty close to legal width. And change this cat to a narrower stance. You have to get these drop tubes in the back, and they have to be shorter. And of course that means all the undercarriage would have to be shorter. And it's not an easy task if you want to shorten this up. It takes a lot of work to do that. So I think I'm just going to keep this one in wide stance for now. I might make it my Snowcat to log with. It's saying that the Forest Service is going to let me log in the winter. But it's already got the hydraulics for the winches and stuff on it. And it'd make a good logging rig. And a couple years ago, I bought these two sets of tracks. Those over there are 52 inches wide. And these are, I think, right around 42 inches wide. So if I was going to build a Snowcat myself for that Dodge van, these tracks right here would be perfect. My original intention was to build a Snowcat trailer, but I can actually use a sled most of the time for what I want to pull up there, which would probably be my snowmobile and maybe some supplies and stuff. This might make a real fun Snowcat project. Who knows if I'll get to it or not, but I'm going to start on it right away. I've got two sets of these. Of course, if you run a Snowcat, you probably should have an extra set on board anyway. Neither set is in perfect condition, but I figure if I have to send them off and have them fixed, I can do that. I think they're over in Utah. There's a guy that does those, puts that neoprene stuff on them. But this will get me started on my Snowcat project. I'll probably use a 3/4 ton differential that I have. So the front end and the rear end on that Dodge van will have to come out. Engine, transmission, all that have to come out. I'm probably going to keep the frame under it, but time will tell. So I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to use for front idlers and the idlers in between, and then just start building it. What I'm anticipating right now is maybe a diesel power plant, and maybe with an automatic transmission. And it just so happens I have one. It's a Ford diesel, turbocharged, and it has the Allison automatic. This is another alternative I have for a power plant. This has a really good 360 Dodge engine in it with an automatic transmission. Now, I'm not sure, this is a little older than that Dodge van over there, but if this engine will bolt up to that transmission that's already in that van, then I would rather use the transmission that's out of the van because all the electronics are right for it. But this has a really good 360 Dodge engine in it. It's been a dandy. The motorhome itself, unfortunately, is probably ready to be torn down and thrown away. But still good engine and transmission. This is the engine and transmission setup that I was thinking about. I'll try to get in here where you can see it a little bit. I think that's if I remember right, that's a 6-speed Allison transmission. And it's turboed. This engine is sitting in an old street sweeper we have, and low mileage. It came from a local town, and it would make a dandy power plant. Obviously drastically overkill for a little van Snowcat, but you know, if I'm pulling trailers up the hill with it, maybe it's not so much. A little extra weight though, that's for sure. Now, one of the options I have is cut the sweeper part of this off, cut the cab of it off, and all the stuff that's hanging on the side of the frame, get rid of all that in the front end, and build this as the Snowcat, and then just set the Dodge van body on top of this frame, which, if the Dodge van already has its frame, that's kind of probably overkill too. But once I get into the project, I'll know exactly what I'm going to have to do to make it all come together. And irregardless, we'll probably need to tear this truck down anyway. It needs to go away. It's got a lot of parts and pieces on it for my sawmill, and that cab is the same cab as our flatbed truck we have over there by my stuff, and so there's a few parts and pieces in it we could probably use. Basically most of it just needs to go away, and just extra stuff around the yard, which I have no shortage of extra stuff around the yard.